Brazil, a name that doesn't just belong in football history, it defines it. From Pelé divine touch to Romario's finesse, from Ronaldo's blistering pace to Ronaldinho's samba magic, from Kaká's elegance to Neymar's flair, Brazil isn't just a national team, it's a movement, a myth, a living, breathing religion draped in yellow and green. But ever since that haunting 7-1 humiliation by Germany in 2014, the Selecao has been chasing something far greater than trophies, been chasing redemption. Yes, they've won matches. Yes, they've produced world-class talent, but they've struggled to win back the soul of global football, fandom nia, the artistry, the magic that once made Brazil untouchable. Fast forward to today, and a new generation is knocking. They're young, explosive, and dripping with raw talent. But with that brilliance comes inconsistency, vulnerability, the pressure of a legacy so heavy, it can crush the strongest shoulders. Yet now, there's hope. Carlo Ancelotti, a master tactician and proven winner, has taken the reins. Could he be the calm architect Brazil has desperately needed? Can he blend the beauty of the old with the discipline of the new? This is more than just a team trying to win a World Cup. This is Brazil trying to resurrect its identity. So the real question is, can the kings of football rise again and reclaim their throne on the world stage? The current Brazil squad is overflowing with offensive talent. It's not just depth, it's destruction. Names like Vinícius Jr, Rodrygo, Martinelli, Rafinha, Matheus Cunha, Endrick, and Savinho form an all-out assault unit that combines raw speed, outrageous flair, and technical brilliance. On paper, it's an attacking dream. In practice, it's still a puzzle waiting to click. Let's start with Vinícius Jr. Under Carlo Ancelotti at Real Madrid, he's become one of the most feared forwards in the world. 149 goal contributions in 198 games. His pace, decision-making, and ability to dismantle defenses are unmatched. But for Brazil, just 6 goals in 39 caps. He's yet to fully explode in the yellow shirt. But now, with Ancelotti taking over the national team, there's a sense of destiny. The coach who unlocked Vini at club level now vows to do it again on the global stage. The Vinícius era for Brazil may finally be ready to begin. Right behind him is Rodrygo, another Ancelotti disciple. Over 200 club appearances, 68 goals, 46 assists, and one of the greatest Champions League moments in recent memory, a last-minute double against Manchester City in 2022. For Brazil, he's been quiet, but with the man who molded him now leading the Selecao, an international breakout feels not just likely, but inevitable. Then there's Rafinha, often overlooked, but quietly lethal, with 34 goals and 22 assists for Barcelona, plus 4 goals and 1 assist during Brazil's World Cup qualifiers. His stock is surging. So much so, he's now being whispered into the Ballon d'Or conversation. Under Ancelotti's tactically fluid system, Rafinha could thrive as a wide forward in a strikerless formation. Adding balance and bite, Matheus Cunha, meanwhile, has transformed. No longer a fringe player, he's been reborn this season. Operating just behind the striker, he's delivered 17 goals and 6 assists, showing strength, vision, and relentless energy. His hybrid role makes him a perfect link between midfield and attack, especially if Brazil operates without a traditional number 9. But here lies the biggest question. Who wears the iconic number 9 shirt? Once graced by titans like Romario, Ronaldo Nazario, and Adriano, the role now sits unclaimed. Alisson is battling poor form. Gabriel Jesus has never truly fit the mold. And Endrick, while bursting with promise, is still only 18. Not ready to carry the pressure of a nation just yet, with only Alisson as a classic center forward in the current setup. Ancelotti might lean on a fluid front 3. Just as he did when winning the Champions League without a traditional striker. It's a gamble, but it might be Brazil's best bet. Using Vinícius Jr. and Rodrygo as wide forwards gives Brazil blistering pace, technical flair, and elite dribbling on both flanks. Add Rafinha to the mix, who can fluidly rotate between wings or drop deeper, and Brazil suddenly becomes unpredictable, explosive, and nearly impossible to mark. A fluid, striker-less system where these 3 interchange could be devastating. But while the front line is full of flair and firepower, it's the midfield that raises red flags. Right now, Brazil's midfield lacks a clear identity. Players drift out of position. Lucas Paqueta often floats without structure. Bruno Guimaraes plays deep, sometimes too deep to influence the tempo in the final third. And while Casemiro brings leadership, aggression, and experience, he's visibly slowing down and can't cover the same ground he once could. There's a missing link, a true central playmaker, someone to connect the midfield to the chaos up front. That's where Neymar could change everything. If fully fit and deployed centrally in a free number 10 role, Neymar could become the creative nucleus Brazil desperately needs. His vision, touch, and playmaking IQ remain unmatched. He sees passes others don't even imagine. If Ancelotti builds the system around Neymar, pulling the strings behind Vinícius and Rodrygo, Brazil's attack could become beautifully dangerous again. Defensively, Brazil has strength in numbers. Marquinhos, Gabriel Magalhães, Eder Militão, and Bremer provide a solid backbone, blending aggression with discipline. But fullbacks remain a major weakness. Danilo and Renan Lodi have experience, but don't provide the same offensive thrust. As legends like Dani Alves or Marcelo once did, that lack of width puts even more pressure on the wingers to stretch play and create space. Ancelotti has experimented, bringing in Carlos Augusto, Wesley Franca, and Alexandro, but none have fully solved the problem. He's still searching for fullbacks who can both defend and contribute going forward. At least in goal, Brazil is secure. With Alisson and Ederson, they boast two of the best shot stoppers in the world, calm, confident, and consistent. But here's the truth. Talent doesn't win trophies. Cohesion does, identity does, coaching does. And if Brazil lacks one crucial ingredient, it's clarity. There's no defined shape, no locked-in system, no core identity yet. On paper, this squad might be overloaded with ability, but without direction, it can fall apart under pressure. For Carlo Ancelotti, this is the challenge. Bring structure to the chaos, identity to the talent, and turn potential into destiny. The pieces are all there. Now it's about building a team, not just a squad. Ancelotti's reign with Brazil didn't begin with fireworks, it began under fire. Just before he officially took over, Brazil was humiliated on home soil by Argentina, a loss that shattered national pride and sent shockwaves through the football world. The pressure was immense, expectations towering, and when his first official match ended in a lifeless 0-0 draw, the critics sharpened their knives. Was he the right man for the job? Was the magic of Ancelotti too European for Brazilian passion? But then came match 2, and everything changed. Brazil delivered a vital victory, not just sealing Ancelotti's first win in charge, but also securing qualification for the 2026 World Cup. It wasn't just a win, it was a spark. It revived belief, restored pride, and announced Carlos' mission to the world, not just to compete, but to conquer. Unlike recent managers who flip-flopped between philosophies, Ancelotti knows exactly what he wants. His vision is crystal clear: tactical discipline, collective spirit, and smart football over showboating. He isn't interested in flair for flair's sake. If it doesn't serve the system, it's out. Expect Brazil under Ancelotti to rotate between a pragmatic 4-3-3, a compact 4-4-2, and a dynamic 4-2-3-1 based on the opponent. This team isn't here to dance, it's here to dominate. But what makes Carlo truly special is his bond with Brazilian players. He doesn't just manage them, he elevates them. At Real Madrid, he turned Vinícius Jr. into a world-class, forced Rodrygo into a clutch king, and nurtured the promise of Endrick before he even landed in Europe. That trust, that familiarity, that chemistry, it's already there. And now, he's recreating that magic with the national team. Ancelotti isn't building a team to impress. He's building a team to make history. In Brazil, football isn't just a sport, it's the soul of a nation. But right now, that soul is hurting. Since their last World Cup triumph in 2002, Brazil has been chasing shadows, haunted by heartbreak. In 2006, a team full of collapsed under pressure. In 2010, Dunga's pragmatism couldn't carry them. In 2014, the nation wept, a 7-1 defeat that became a national trauma. 2018, Neymar dazzled, but couldn't deliver. And in 2022, a talented squad once again fell on penalties. Dreams dashed at the final hurdle. 2 decades of hope. 2 decades of heartbreak. The magic was fading. The people were losing faith. But Carlo Ancelotti knows restoring belief is just as important as building tactics. He's called out to the fans, pleading not for blind support, but for unity. Because he understands something few outsiders do. When Brazil and its people are aligned, they become unstoppable. And mission goes beyond winning. He's here to heal scars, revive the Samba soul, and ignite joy in the hearts of millions. This isn't just about trophies, it's about identity, redemption, and rebirth. With a 5-star badge on the chest, a new generation of world-class stars, and the most decorated manager in football at the helm, Brazil stands at the edge of something massive. This could be the beginning of Brazil's next golden era. And maybe, just maybe, beautiful football is about to come home. Again, like, comment, and subscribe to witness history unfold.